Hello, ding dongs. Welcome
Hi.
to somewhat new studio.
Second week. Still don't have the flooring yet in this office, so we can't actually really cement anything in.
Yeah, like the idea would be to fill these bookcases. These are actually somewhat temporary right now because over the time that we're going to live here, we're going to get something custom done back here. It's going to be really cool. It's going to have stuff. I'm very excited about it. How are you? Can you hear us okay? I know we got to get right up on that microphone.
Yes, but I'm in a better height this time. So, yeah, I figured we would move the table, but you have much legs.
So many legs.
So many
I
legs.
have at least 3 legs.
Okay.
That wasn't meant to be an innuendo. It was
late.
meant to be like Brandon has 3 legs. Womp womp. Oh, goodness.
Hi, Brandy. Thank you, Andrew.
Yay.
Thank you, Sean. I think it's just I have to be above the mic instead of, hitting me in the face.
Yeah. Because we were on the couch, and so we were just down here.
We did our best.
Which is not where we need to be.
Now, I still don't have a good angle for my computer. That is okay. I will make it work. When we get the mobile leveled, then we can get in flooring, and then everything can just settle in.
Yeah, so it's the interim period where the things are happening.
Right?
Yeah, so it's all good times. There's a lot to talk about this week. What did you call the feed this week? I didn't see it all.
Oh, I did it like 3 hours ago. I don't remember. Oh yeah, no, we don't hate this place.
Yay!
Because issue either 2 or 3 of I Hate This Place is coming out, and I was like,
issue 3.
Yeah, issue 3. And I was like, I need some kind of a mildly amusing title to draw people in / make me smile a little. And I was like, well, we have a new place and we don't hate it, so we don't hate this place.
I like it. I do like this place.
Yeah, we love it.
Come on, new phone.
Love it.
There you go.
Right?
We got Stack. We got Stack over here. I gotta organize it a little bit. Can y'all vamp?
A vamp. I can do that. It's fine. Let's see. I had a little nap with Max and Joy. They were very on board with it. I was like, okay, chill. I had a really early meeting. I'm going to lay down for like 20. And they were like, okay, we're here. I'm by your knee. I'm by your feet.
Dope.
They were supportive. They were very supportive. So can vouch, napping with cats makes you rest better, gives you better rest.
Does the good stuffs.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh. No, I had a good day. I'm working from home on Tuesdays. I don't know how many times I've mentioned that, probably a lot. But I'm really liking it because it gives me more time to just kind of breathe through the day. Meanwhile, poor Brandon and Andrew are dealing with all this heck, which I think we'll go over, or we... and I feel bad about that because, like, you always tell me not to come in on Tuesdays now, and I'm like, I can help though.
Well, so the way that Tuesdays end up working, and you could come in. What I find, because like originally it was sort of like us discussing how Tuesdays worked, and you did want to be home.
I did,
yeah.
But like on bigger weeks or something, I want the option to come.
Yeah, well, and that's the trick in my brain, anyways. Andrew will also probably dispute this because I am a control freak. So the bigger weeks just means that I need to be more focused because there's not any extra work outside of processing. But the books need to go into the files, right?
And you take care of that because it is easier for the process to have one person do all of that, because then you know exactly where they are if you misplace them.
Yeah, it's a matter of who did it, and I don't want anybody else to fall on that, especially the way my brain works. It's not friendly outside of it being me, and it's not even friendly with it being me. So it's one of those things where, like, if there's something wrong with the files, I know, okay, so this is what the polls were telling me, or wow, I missed that, and that's a me thing, so I can kind of take ownership for that, or at least know the routes to which fix it. Now, because of that, it ends up my part of it ends up being fairly singular. Andrew processes the image stuff. If things are image if it's later, which it usually is, and the diamond stuff. Marvel if it's a little late, although I took charge of that today because there's other things to get done. And yeah, today was a bit of a cluster, partly because we have a solution for Marvel going forward. Universal moved their Marvel and IDW to their Toronto facility because they're just taking on too much work, which is good. We have a very similar situation, but we don't have a second facility. We have an Andrew, who is wonderful. Thank you. Now, we decided to just be like, okay, well, Penguin's going to get us the stuff sooner. And then Universal contacted us in so many ways to try and figure out what's going on with our FOCs, with things going on, and really came up with a dynamite solution because Universal is absolutely wonderful. We love them. Now, the little trick with this week is, as much as we love them, I will say their Toronto facility isn't as diligent as their Montreal people. So we didn't get tracking for our Marvel stuff that was coming out from Toronto. We did get some tracking for some Marvel product, but it was because it was solicited in FOC a while back. And so it would have gone through the Montreal, just the way that things had worked out. So we got some shipping information for that. We're like, okay, well, that takes care of that.
That must be the Marvel we were expecting. It was not.
It was not.
Aww.
Yeah.
We broke that one up.
Up and down. So thank goodness, Andrew was able to zip out to the FedEx facility because they've decided that we are closed on Monday, Tuesday. We are, but very conspicuously on our doors says we are open for delivery.
We have delivery hours posted on our back
Tuesdays.
door. It's not hard.
Yes. So the past 3 weeks have been driving into sort of Millwoods industrial area to get stuff. Andrew took the brunt of that this week. Thank you so much. And it should be the last week that we have to do something like that, just because of what we worked out with Universal, which is good. In addition to that, we got a new phone system, and the front phone wouldn't ring. So that was taking up some time talking with different levels of TELUS. I got to level 2, baby. The second level person figured it out. Just sort of testing around and moving some stuff.
Oh, okay, that's good. So it's all fixed.
Yes.
Okay, I'll text Kyle.
Please do. I'm sorry. I was meaning to text you the whole time, and I was like, it's going to be long enough for me to get done the things that are on my pull sheet, let alone the finessing stuff, which I didn't get to, which is why we're going in a little bit earlier tomorrow. It was like, no time for extra anything. None. So that's kind of how that went. So today was a lot. Now there's not a whole lot out, although the big baby this week is the Amazing Spider-Man 900 issue, which is a hefty boy. It's like a max.
But isn't it like issue 6?
Legacy numbering, baby.
I know. I love being mean to legacy numbers.
Yay. All right, well, we got minor stack. And I say minor stack because you'd say small boy this week. Well, a little bit taller because it is. Anyways, let's talk about some stuffs.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Did you put up Andrew's thing?
Yes.
Good. Yay. Computer's over here, so I can't tell.
Okay.
This one's a little bit self-explanatory. Pop out that one. Shabam. So we've got Youthful Justice Targets. Young Justice Targets. Written by Greg Weisman. You might know that young man from Gargoyles and doing all of this Young Justice. And also, I believe, Spectacular or Sensational Spider-Man. One of the Spider-Man series that was animated that people love. Anyways, he's the showrunner of Young Justice. That series has been running more again on HBO Max and up here, I believe, Crave or Netflix. It's hard to say because Canada rights are everywhere. This is a furthering of the Young Justice animated series. It'll be some 6 issues and focuses on what's been happening to those youths, those wee beans who are just trying to bring Young Justice to the masses. I'm very behind on Young Justice, which is how it's a vaguer thing. No spoilers, please. No, thank you.
You know, I could read the solicit for you. I mean, that's my job here.
Well, but that's the trick with like a Young Justice thing. It's a tie-in to the TV show, and that's really kind of the pitch. Like the substance of it is just like, you like it? That's what you want to kind of extend that. Bang.
Okay. An all-new series from the creator of The Max and co-creator of Zombies versus Robots. I was going to say Roberts. I was gonna
Zombies
say
versus Roberts.
Roberts. That's a very different comic series. Sam Keith and Chris Ryall transport you to a near-future Japan where burned-out husks, the Hollows, wantonly devour souls throughout the city. That sounds fine.
It's going to be fine, I'm pretty sure.
Far above, a segment of society lives safely in giant tree cities, but the problems below have a way of growing, wink, out of control. Get it? Like trees?
Boom.
Yeah.
We done it. This is a series that has been published previously that they're kind of recollecting here.
Yeah, they're still using the 2012 code. Look, in shops December 12th, 2012. 12.
Oh, this is the Image version.
Hey, I just clicked on the first one I got.
I know. It's all 4 issues collected into one. It's moved over to Image and Syzygy, which is one of them fancy terms.
It's the only one that came up in my search. I looked up Hollows 1, and it was like, you on IDW, and I'm like, sure, why not? I don't care.
Anyways, Sam Keith.
Thanks, Diamond.
You might know them from being rad and co-creator of Sandman. Not that you would be able to tell from any of the information out there. Yeah, it's a good chunk. You get a whole trade paperback for just in Canadian $13.49. Pretty good. And yeah, like, I don't know, I really like Sam Keith. Sam Keith is weird and grapes. There we are.
Okay, so it's listed under Hollows one shot, but I looked up Hollows number
And
one
not
because
number one, yeah.
that's what it said to me.
Shenanigans.
Nice.
We also have Superman, Space Age, Mark Russell, Mike Allred, Laura Allred, the Allreds.
Yeah, Mike's got a nickname in this one.
He sometimes does. Is it
like
Spike?
Spike or Sticks or yeah, it's Spike.
It's Spike.
I hadn't seen that before. Anyway, I
Sometimes he has nicknames.
got about halfway through that today, so I'll finish it after the show.
I love it. It's basically the kind of Marvel life story format where they kind of go through decades. This one is going to be very specifically, I believe, the 60s. Yeah. And that's why you get Mike Allred to to draw that. A lot of actual real life stuff, a lot of the Superman's stuff, and I will say this: it is already selling better than both of our Superman books. So hooray! At least for people who are interested in it. I love Mark Russell for really digging into societal stuff and putting that on the page. This is going to be a treat because his Fantastic Four life story was also a treat. And to get sort of like a very solid Atomic Age thing going here, I'm very excited about it.
Bam, bam, bam.
Exactly, because like for single issues, there's not a lot of cool like starts to talk about. We've got DC Mech as well, which is basically, hey, superheroes, but what if the demons from Apocalypse were kaiju monsters and they had to make giant robots? It's fun.
That's what it was.
This is the take.
I read it.
Yeah.
It yep.
I feel like it's for the youths.
Sure.
The youths like monster fights.
I don't know, maybe I'm too old for this.
I think so.
Too old for kaiju.
And yeah, it is very much marketed for more of a younger audience. Though I will say, like, in my heart of hearts, this is a graphic novel. This is a YA novel. Because, like, yeah, we see it all the time when we put like something like Super Dinosaur into kids' hands. We're like, oh, a young kid with like a science T-Rex that's his best friend, and they fight monsters. Like, rad, cool. Oh, like a kid who's got a giant robot friend. Like, this is what this is.
Oh yeah, like during SDCC, they released a clip of the new Moon Girl animation. She has a big dinosaur friend.
Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
It looks fun as heck.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here.
Yeah, and Sean, just let me know if you have a cover preference for Superman Space Age. If you don't, you're gonna get a cover A.
Boom, boom. I already put a cover A in your file.
Well, then you're getting a cover A.
Because it's a Mike Allred, baby.
Yeah, that's fair. That's legit. I don't know, unless he was like, no, I desperately need cover B. You have to switch it. I don't know.
The two other things out this week that aren't number ones, but are good chunks. We've got The Amazing Spider-Man number 900. That was what we talked about earlier.
What's going on in Amazing Spider-Man?
It's a big boy story.
So let's take it back to the beginning. It's 1963. I'm just kidding.
You don't really have to know what's been happening in Spider-Man right now, other than Pete's down on his luck. Surprise! It's just kind of how it goes. Ed McGuinness does all the arts in this one, except for the backup stories. And it's like very big, very kinetic. There's some Sinister Six stuff happening, some wild science stuff happening, and maybe a bit of like smoosh with the villains.
Smoosh like kissing?
No, sort of like,
oh,
what if... spoilers.
What if kissing?
Combos, baby!
I don't know.
Combo powers. It's a big boy. It has so many pages. It is very kinetic. It's very fun. It is Spider-Man's story where you're getting a lot more of the action and kind of getting a little feel for where Peter's at right now. As it delves into some mysteries of his life, because Spider-Man kind of jumped a little bit and the stuff happened to that boy that we don't know about. And so there's a little hints of that while he's just trying to keep things on the rails in terms of the world and New York being safe. So there's that happening. You also have in the backups a little bit of Daniel Kibblesmith, a little bit of Jeff Loveness,
Gibbles.
a little bit of Dan Slott, a little bit of David Lopez, Marcos Martin, Todd Knock. I mean, that's a lot of good peoples. Doing some Spider-Mans. And yeah, big, thick, fancy boy.
Like you.
Yay. I don't know if you put it up, but no retelling of the origin. No retelling of the origin.
Here we are. 96 pages. I just wanted to confirm that.
Yeah, and it's pretty much all story. It's or at least 80 pages is going to be the main story pretty much. Like is a hefty boy. That's like 4 books for the price of not 4 books. So that's pretty good.
All right.
And finally, for single issues, we have the start of the Ram V. Raphael Albuquerque run on Detective Comics. Look at that pretty book. They're doing basically gothic horror mystery stuff.
There.
And yeah, putting the detective in Detective Comics. It's absolutely gorgeous. It digs in deep to your soul. And also the backup is by Cy Spurrier and Danny.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't go back and read the credits after I read it, but yeah. And he gets a good quip in with one of the children's, the Robins.
Yeah, it's
I won't tell you who because that would be a spoiler.
It's absolutely great stuff. If this cover appeals to you at all, this is the Batman book you want to read. If it's evoking anything in you, yes, that's what this is. And I absolutely loved it.
If you like Batman, but you want more theater, you should read this one.
Smoke bomb.
Cape. Ugh, cape. Ooh. Oh, heck. Yay.
Je m'appelle Paris.
Hey, Andy Watson's Paris is out. Let me see.
Ça se vit, je m'appelle Paris.
Yeah, we're going to get some better lighting up in this bitch. This is going to be an actual studio / office / guest bedroom. So, yeah. A fairy tale romance set in the streets of 1950s Paris. Juliet, a penniless American art student, travels to the City of Light to study painting. To pay her way, she paints portraits of wealthy debutantes. One of her subjects is Deborah. Or Deborah, whatever. A young English woman.
It's pronounced Deborah.
Right? Isn't it great? Barboa.
We should talk about that.
Oh, we will. We will. A young English woman suffocated by the narrow expectations of her aristocratic family. I don't say that word very often. Juliet is equally confined by the rigid academic structure of her art education and finds an unlikely kindred spirit in Deborah. Juliet and Deborah's love for art brings them together, even as their friends and family try to drive them apart.
Indeed. This was originally out from Slave Labor Graphics, a great name for a company.
The worst name for a company.
And yeah, Andy Watson writes probably some of the best complicated love stories in that they're founded in reality and things that just don't quite jive, but you kind of work through them. Just absolutely phenomenal. In Paris. Enchanté. Very good. We have Bolero by 2 very talented people and a gross piece of garbage writer. Or sorry, not writer, letterer. But this book is so good.
The good outweighs the bad.
It really does. And it's not like the letter is getting royalties. Baby, it's Christmas in snowy Los Angeles and Devin Dagan
Dagny
is heartbroken. Her 12-year relationship with her ex, Natasha, has just come to a tragic end, and she's an aimless college dropout floundering at her job. And now her best friend is getting married to the wrong guy. But what if she could start it all over again? A mysterious stranger, something called an antidote and a mother key. Only 53 chances. It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind meets Lock and Key, which is very accurate.
It is, yeah.
As writer Wyatt Kennedy and artist Luana Vecchio take you on an emotional journey across the multiverse. That is Eisner Award-winning, Russ Manning Award-winning Luana Vecchio. The Russ Manning Award is awarded to the best newcomer in comics. And yeah, y'all got this. It's got pull quotes from Kurt Busiek and Greg Rucka. I trust both of those people to be chill as heck. So yeah, I've only read like the first 3 parts of this, but boy, howdy, the art is so good.
Yeah, I only read the first couple issues, and it's so beautiful. And I really want to spend an afternoon with it. Because like, it's
Yeah.
a lot. Of
So it's 5
pages.
issues, but all of them were super oversized. Look at that thick baby. And it ends up being about $23.99 Kanads for like the good thickness. I'm so warm.
I'm sorry, I had to turn off the fan. We got comments
I
last week
know.
about our sound, and I felt really bad.
No, it makes sense. And like, this is not as bad as it has gotten.
No.
Especially in that upper room. My goodness.
This is fine. At most I would have moved a fan in here and just turned off the oscillation so it didn't sound weird.
Yeah.
But like, I just didn't want to. We're having a bad enough time setting up somewhere every week, so I just wanted to make sure at least one thing was kind of more than mediocre.
Yeah. I promise I have stuff for you to talk about.
That's okay.
But I'm gonna do this one.
How dare you?
Ghost Cage. I love this one. This is basically like, what if Mega Man but was warning you about real bad capitalism? When his Megacorp power plant falls under attack by terrorists, the super scientist who revolutionized and controls all energy on Earth sends his ultimate creation and an adequate employee in to destroy his most monstrous secrets. Yeah, it is basically Mega Man all on capitalism. And maybe one of my favorite reads in a while. Caleb Gullner, who used to be a regular staff writer for Comics Alliance, one of the best comic news sites that ever existed before corporate purchasing caused them to shut down twice.
Pew, 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 pew.
Nope. That's the one I'm looking for. Labels are for nerds. And Nick Dragotta, what done all the arts for East of West. It is a very manga styled book. I love it. And you, my friends, if you liked my description, are gonna adore it too.
Oh yeah, and actually here, this has two functions as a book and also
Ooh.
right?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, go away.
Ghost Cage, please. You're gonna love it. It's so good.
I'm writing it down.
This one's for you to talk about.
Ooh, I haven't read this one yet, but I do like oh, cool.
Right?
Shay Fontana, right? Shay?
That is the one.
Yeah. Okay. Kenzie's Kingdom from the best-selling creative team behind DC Superhero Girls. Ha! All right. Kenzie is no princess. Princesses are supposed to be poised, graceful, and likable, right? Well, Kenzie is none of those things. I like her already. She's always felt like the black sheep of her family next to her two perfect siblings. Her anxiety has only grown since her parents moved their family across the world to start a medieval-themed resort in an old castle. Oh my god, what? But when a time-traveling squire named Gavin shows up from the castle's past, Kenzie might just discover that being a princess is far more about being brave, being a good friend, and above all, being yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yes.
Vault, Wonderbound. Yeah, doing it live.
Yeah, I love everything coming up from Wonderbound. It's so good.
That reminds me, we really need to talk about the cartoons we watched.
Yes. Also, it has a This Book Belongs To, and I love that because books don't have those anymore, and they're nice.
Yeah. So we've been watching 2 cool cartoons lately, both recommendations from customers. I love it.
Okay, sorry. Please talk about the shows. I just found a really good panel.
For this one, Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Oh my god. So recommendation last week from a customer of ours, amazing. She watches it with her daughter. We don't have children, but we will watch your parental recommendations.
Yeah, it has the manic energy of Teen Titans Go, but with sort of like a more through line like Gravity Falls, where continuity things keep building and tie through, but it's still that kind of separated Teen Titans Go style, and bonkersness. Yeah, super great storytelling, and just man, so much energy. Jenny's
very chaotic.
Yeah, Jenny Slate does a voice of a disembodied unicorn head princess. So
yep, she scrams a lot. A lot of scramming.
That's kind of the energy that the show's bringing, and also.
Right. So that one's on Disney Plus, and then we also watched Dead End on Netflix.
Paranormal Park, yeah.
Yes, which is from graphic novels. So I'm ordering a few in for the store. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, the graphic novels are called Dead Endia.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's full on just like more paranormal leaning Gravity Falls. Like
Gravity
a lot of the flavorings are really at play here, and is just outstanding. We did our own version of binging, which is we are so busy, and it only took us 3 days to get through 10 episodes, which is very fast for us.
It was so good, but then we finished it and I got a little sad.
Yeah. It's wonderful. It probably has the most frank and honest portrayal of a young trans person just dealing with their stuff, along with wild paranormal stuff about like reconciling things that your heroes might have done.
And some demons get a really good story arc.
Oh, it's so good. It's really well done. Highly recommended. Also very spooky, like I would say Goonies Plus, in terms of like there's some things that are generally spooky for the younger youths, so maybe not for a 5-year-old.
Yeah, no, it's really well done. They respect the genre. You can tell it's with love.
Absolutely. The first collection of Gunslinger Spawn is here. Woo! It is the Spawn What Does Gunslinging from the high plains of Wyoming down to the rocky desert of Yuma, Arizona. There is a legend. Whispers of a man that sold his soul to the devil for a chance at revenge. Revenge for a family lost to greed and savagery. People say an entire town was wiped off the map as payment due for his loss. This man is known as the Gunslinger Spawn. He has roamed the Badlands for years, and no one is spared his wrath. Now, however, he has been dragged into the future by an unknown force and stranded in a world full of wonders, mystery, and danger. New enemies have arisen in an attempt to claim his power as their own, and creatures from his dark past still stalk him from the shadows like a bunch of dill holes. He seeks to return home to his own time and finds that there's only one man with the power to help him. Regular Spawn. It just says Spawn. but it's regular Spawn. Spawn is as Spawn does, my friends. And this one's got a little bit of a Western take to it. Y'all know if you like this flavor, it is what you want.
Ooh. Yes. The best Justice League Dark. What is up?
Yeah.
It's the Rom V series. I love it.
Yeah, this happens to collect all of the backups that he was doing.
What?
So yeah, when
So
Justice League had to wrap up
rad.
due to everything changing, it's got all the rest of the ROM V stuff.
I love it. Dark days lie ahead for the surviving members of Justice League Dark. As Zatanna and John Constantine take a road trip, this font is really small, only to discover horror just around the bend as a friend and sometimes foe, the demon has been reborn. I actually do like this run. It's a good team. I'm sorry. His tale is only just beginning, while another takes a terrible turn. Merlin has a new blood-drenched plot for all humankind. Seems like a great guy. And he has his sights set on Atlantis and the magic that lies within. The team will need all the help they can as their ranks... Nope. It's the heat. I'm getting sleepy. As their ranks grow thanks to Regman and his suit of souls. So it collects the backup stories from Justice League 59 to 71 and the 2021 annual.
Yeah, so Rom V, absolutely outstanding. You know him from Swamp Thing. You know him from this week's Detective Comics. This is a self-contained story. He did do a bunch of Justice League Dark before this. Absolutely killed it. He kind of continued on from James Tynion, so you get that kind of flavoring. But yeah, this is an entirely his own thing. He experimented with the format and how to tell stories because he was doing backups. It was like 8 to 10 pages that he had access to, and so you kind of do a different cadence, and that's what this has. It is an exploration of storytelling. It is an exploration of spookum superheroes. And it's really good. Rom V, one of the best in the business today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tynan and V, collectively probably one of the best Justice League Dark runs, in my opinion.
100%. All right, I've got 2 other DCs to talk about, and then I got a little treat for the Danikas.
See, the
talk
fun
about.
part about working home on Tuesdays is that I get to be surprised.
Well, see, and you know about this one, but I know you want to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, I probably just don't remember when things come out. I remember when I'm doing the FOCs to them, but that was 3 weeks ago, my friend.
Well,
I will not remember.
And part of it, too, is like a lot of our stuff comes in throughout the week now. Just how it goes. But we also have Checkmate, which continues Bendis and Maleev's exploration of the spy portions of the DC universe. If you want yourself some Green Arrow, some the question, Talia al Ghul, and all kinds of folks like Lois Lane and Manhunter. That Manhunter.
Yep.
I love Kate Spector or Spencer Manhunter. One of my absolute favorite stories of all time. It was like about a lawyer who is unhappy about seeing all of the people that she was trying, basically, always getting away with things scot-free. Breaks into an evidence locker and like steals a whole bunch of superhero stuff to basically take out vengeance on her own time. She's divorced, she has a kid, she is balancing her life, being an attorney, trying not to get caught being a vigilante. Seek out the Manhunter stuff. It's on the DC Unlimited app, or no, Infinite app, because it's Marvel Unlimited, DC Infinite. Bonkers, awesome stuff from Mark and Draco and a bevy of different artists. Anyways, this has a bunch of the DC Spy stuff in here. It's absolutely wonderful. I highly recommend it. And on a different spectrum, we've got the Superman 76 collection, 78 collection. This gets you some more of that classic Christopher Reeve Superman style stuff from Robert Venditti and Wilfredo Flores, who did an absolutely outstanding, stunning job with this, and really hitting the key emotions that you really need for a project like this. This in combination with the Sam Hamm, I think, pretty sure, and Quinones, Joe Quinones, Joe Quinones, Batman '89 series, just boom. They absolutely knocked these out of the park. I highly recommend this as well.
Yeah. We've got Ma. I liked Ma.
Like a mom?
No.
No, like a gaping
Ma. You like dark feminism and body horror, my friends. This is the
Do
book
you
for
like dark feminism and body horror? Well, do we have something for you?
Actually, we have many books for that, actually. I could recommend many books within that genre. We could have some fun. Send me a request. Marian Angela Weber accompanies her sister Wendy to a feminist retreat on a remote island, seeking perspective and empowerment. But a disastrous first night leaves Marian frightfully changed. In the aftermath of the assault, Marian begins to transform as an unspeakable hunger crawls through her body. When the townsfolk recognize there's something different about Marian, they react with suspicion, then violence, while ignoring the monsters already among them.
No metaphors there.
Nope.
Why would we need metaphors for our society when we absolutely know everything that's happening is fine?
Yeah, it's written by Jude Doyle, who is the author of Trainwreck, The Woman We Love to Hate, Mock, and Fear, and Why.
You have that.
I own it. I haven't read it yet, but we also packed it. So it's in a box.
Back to us as though it was on the shelf.
Yeah, nothing's on the shelf. So you definitely, it is their first comic book. I'm really hoping they do more because I think they're fantastic.
Absolutely. And finally, that's the thing for me. As a cartoonist from Noah Van Sciver, the best Van Sciver, Noah Van Sciver empties all the arrows in his quiver for this collection of comics fiction, biography, memoir, meta-memoir, satire, and more. He juxtaposes a series of fictional stories in which he imagines being a 19th century cartoonist with autobiographical strips about the day-to-day of a contemporary writer-artist, in addition to meditative pieces about his father and his childhood that informed his chosen path. As a cartoonist is a funny and often poignant reflection on human condition and how we choose to live. All the while, his love for comics and thirst to unpack ideas about creativity, what creativity really means, recalls Art Spiegelman and Linda Barry, not to mention his Harvey Pekar-esque way of just trying to stay alive at the same time. It is absolutely wonderful. He has shared a lot of different cartoon pieces that kind of comprise of this over the years on his Facebook. It's just sort of like a person trying to live his life, trying to be a good dad, trying to explore the medium that he loves, that fuels him, even when it loves him and when it hates him, and really reconciling with his influences and whatnot. This is incredibly outstanding, at least the pieces that I've kind of cleaned and read. I love Noah Van Sciver as a storyteller, and think that this is going to be one of those works. I can feel it in my bones, and I have several of them, at least 5. I hope so.
I'm glad you said I hope so. Do you have anything else for us?
That's it.
Okay. In that case, thank you all for watching tonight's show, and thank you all for those who are watching in the future on a rewatch when the feed has come out.
Time travel. Good for you.
We are so happy that you're here in the future, and we look forward to you telling us what next week's lottery ticket numbers are. I don't know.
One of the things that I love the most is, like, we get a decent amount of people watching live, but the amount of people who are just like, oh yeah, I was watching your show and I found out about this. I kept this on while I was doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
It's kind of really cool. I love that people are kind of checking things out, and yeah, I wish to be more entertaining, but sometimes you just basically race here with like 5 minutes to eat.
Yes, and sometimes your wife has not made you dinners because she thought you might pick up something on the way home.
Mm-mm.
We didn't talk about it, so there was no guarantee of either.
It's all good.
I mean, hell, I ate a couple hours ago, so I'm gonna have a second dinner after this anyway. So.
Second dinner.
Right? It's almost as good as second breakfast. It's not as good.
All right, folks. It's that time. It's when we look out and see all you wonderful people and say, hi, thank you. We see you and we appreciate you being here. And yeah, it's like our little romper room thingy. You remember the romper room. And if you don't, youths.
I am a youth. I asked my mom, and I can't remember. I think she said we never watched it. Like, I know of it.
So
I know
weird.
of it. I don't know. You're like the same age as me, and you watched it, so I don't know.
Well, my mom was also a day home provider, so
Yeah, so you watched stuff that was for a bit younger, because
Yeah.
we were both a bit too old for it that time. And you had a younger sister.
well, it ran for a very long time.
Fair.
Like,
I'm trying to get
decades.
I'm trying to get out of that. No. The
you
obligation.
can't.
Ah.
When cause like it was, if not still is, I don't know, a bit on the Garner Andrews show, who's older than us.
Mm.
On Friday, he would only accept people with weird names because as a Garner,
Yep.
he was never on Romper Room.
So wrapped up in numbers in our society.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
So
that was weird.
just that
we're looking out here and we're seeing Brandy. Hi, Brandy.
Hi.
I'm gonna check out the message in the Facebook stuff that you sent.
Yes, Brandy is taking care of kittens that a stray had. So she's been taking care of the mama and the
Oh.
kittens, and so yeah, my heart has just grown a little size.
I didn't have time to look for it because I was like just basically speeding through what I could on the
Safely
tablet.
driving. Oh, sorry, I heard
On the
speeding, and
tablet,
I was like,
yeah.
dear God.
No. When I'm driving, I'm driving.
Okay.
I see the one and only Foley. Thanks for all your help today. I see Sean. I see Ben. I see Kate. Hello.
Hello.
Scrolling. And that's about it for the names.
Yeah. I see you after not seeing you all day.
Well, that's me.
This is still kind of a new Tuesday dynamic for us.
Very much so.
Aw. I missed you today, bud.
I missed you too.
All right. Well, we are going to get some food. I'm going to get some water. What are you doing?
Hunger.
Please don't eat the microphone.
Oh, okay.
That was really expensive. I'm gonna get him some food because I feel like he's gonna like look at my arm in about 3 seconds and it's gonna be like a turkey leg.
All right, folks.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. We love you. Bye.
Bye.